Stop! Before you or a family member signs anything, watch this video first. I'm about to explain guilty pleas and plea deals in a way that no one else is going to tell you all at once. Most people think that pleading guilty is simple. You just say I did it and you get a lighter sentence, right? Wrong. That kind of thinking gets people extra years in prison. A guilty plea is not a confession. It's a negotiation. It's the art of the trade. If you don't understand how the trade works, you are going to get a terrible deal. First things first, pleading guilty is not as simple as just saying, okay, I did it, and you magically get a lighter sentence. That's not how it works. It's a negotiation, a trade. Your family member admits to the main facts and doesn't fight the system. They agree to accept some form of punishment, and in return, the court gives them a little discount within what the law allows. So at its core, a guilty plea is about getting a reduction on a sentence you were already going to get. It does not turn a guilty verdict into a non-guilty one. So what counts as actually admitting guilt in the eyes of the law? It's not just saying, I did it, and calling it a day. The law is very specific. You need to acknowledge the main facts of the crime. Small details can still be disputed, but that's fine. You can even push back a little bit here and there. But as long as you ultimately accept the general direction of what you're being charged with, that counts as admitting guilt. But here's the thing, they're watching to see if you actually mean it. Some people say they're pleading guilty while secretly coordinating stories with others, destroying evidence, moving the money around, or contacting witnesses and victims when they shouldn't be. Some people have the money to pay compensation but transfer their assets so they don't have to pay. If you do any of that, the courts will decide you're not actually sincere and your plea means nothing. So what does accepting punishments actually mean? Two things. First, you're agreeing to the charge and roughly where the sentence is going to land. If the prosecutor says 3 years and you and your lawyer look at it and think, okay, that's reasonable, then you're accepting the punishment. Second, you're agreeing to move things along faster. You agree to use a simplified court procedure. You sign the documents, you don't drag things out. In exchange, you get a slightly better deal on your sentence. Now here's the question everybody really wants answered. Does pleading guilty guarantee a lighter sentence? No. The law says the court may reduce a sentence, not that they must reduce it. For violent crimes and cases that are particularly brutal or got a lot of public attention, the court might not give you any discount at all, even if you plead guilty. Some cases you plead guilty and you still get a heavy sentence. Some cases you fight it and the outcome is much worse than if you had pleaded guilty. It all depends on where the case itself falls on the severity scale. So when does a guilty plea actually matter a lot? Generally speaking, certain types of cases get much bigger benefits from pleading guilty. White-collar crimes, corruption cases, assault cases, and drug cases. If you already returned the money, paid compensation, and gotten forgiveness from the victim, it's not about whether to plead guilty. It's about how to do it, when to do it, and under what conditions to do it, so you can push that sentence as low as possible. Every single step matters. Now some of you might be thinking, I want to help my family member pay back the money, but I genuinely don't have it. As long as you didn't hide or transfer assets, that's not the same as refusing to pay when you could. You can still benefit from a guilty plea. The discount might just be smaller. Here's another thing families get confused about. After pleading guilty, does the lawyer still have anything to do at all? Does Edgar just sit around on his comfortable armchair and wait for the verdict? It's actually the opposite. The real value of a guilty plan is in the negotiation with the prosecutor. What I can do is to push on the evidence, argue about the exact charge, clarify your family member's role in the crime, and disputes the amounts involved. Each of these 4 factors can bring the sentence down bits by bits. Then you stack the guilty plea discounts on top of that. Can we turn actual prison time into probation? Can we take a sentence of over 5 years down to under 3? This isn't decided by a piece of paper. It's the result of reviewing all the case files, communicating, negotiating, returning money, and getting forgiveness from the victims and family members. All of that work done by lawyers is what gets you a good result. So here's the bottom line for all you family members out there. A guilty plea is not about whether to plead or not. It's about whether it's worth it and how to do it the right way. If someone doesn't understand the case, doesn't understand how sentencing works, and just tells your family member to sign because admitting guilt early means getting out early, that is completely bollocks. But if there's real opportunity to significantly reduce the sentence through a proper guilty plea and you stubbornly refuse to take it, you're the one who suffers. So if you're struggling right now with whether your family member or you should plead guilty, figure 3 things out first. First, if you don't plead guilty, roughly what sentence you're looking at. Number 2, if you do plead guilty, how much can that sentence realistically come down? And is probation even possible? 3, is the prosecutor's recommended sentence actually a fair deal, or is it a heavy sentence disguised as a discount just to fool you? Well, all of these questions can't just be answered in one video, but I hope that after watching this, you will understand that a guilty plea is a legal calculation that needs to be done carefully. It's not as simple as saying, I did it, so I'll admit it. If you need real help, call me up immediately for your confidential consultation.